Hello, I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's a full Celtic cross on your love life, whatever's going on in your love life at the moment. Now I've made three pick a card reads, three readings on this, three Celtic cross spreads. And for each one of them, I've done a deeper dive. So in the deeper dive, I reveal the outcome cards for each of these readings in the Celtic Cross. I also go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now, guidance for you in this relationship you find yourself in right now, the possibility relationship or the next one that's coming in, and also how this might all play out with possible timelines as well. And so if you're interested in those deeper dives, those extended readings, toward the end of each reading, there's going to be a link that pops up there, and there's a link in the description box and in the comments box below as well, where you'll also find your fast forward timestamps as well to jump ahead to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one do you want? We have the crystal here, and that is together with the Starchild Tarot here. There's some bonus cards as well that I pulled out. Would you like the flower? Pretty little daisy kind of a flower here, along with the Lightseer's Tarot, or the shell, which goes along with the Muse Tarot here. Trust your intuition, whichever you're drawn to. You might want to watch more than one this time as well. And don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well about how this pertains to your situation. I love hearing from you guys, and it really helps my channel out. Thank you so much to everyone that is supporting my channel through being a subscriber. Your support I appreciate it so much. And if you're not a subscriber already, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I make three pick a card reads a week. I do a daily energy update for the collective, and I also go live 3 times a week in my live show called Psychic Cafe, when I give mini readings in there as well as doing channeling. So I'd love to see you in there and give you a mini read. So take your pick now. I will see you in your reading. This is a timeless reading, by the way, as well. So if you chose the crystal, this rose quartz crystal, and the Starchild Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's do this full Celtic cross for you. Love reading. Find out what's going on. Now, as always, crystals, is going to be a deeper dive to this as well. The deeper dive, I'm going to reveal the final outcome card, or the possible outcome card from this Celtic cross, and I'm going to go into guidance for you in each of the areas of the things that come out in this reading as well. And so if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading there'll be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So your cards have already started coming out. Your guides want to talk to you. They've got a lot to say. Let's find out what it is. So what is this situation all about? It's about an awakening, and so this could be you awakening to something in your partner, like fresh information. It could be seeing a side of them that you haven't seen before. It could be getting to know someone as well. This has got very fresh energy. It's a new beginning kind of a thing, an awakening. Yeah, feels very positive energy coming up for you here. So this is all about an awakening. So what is crossing crystals? What's the energy that's crossing you, crystals? What's hindering you here in this awakening? So something could be holding you back from this awakening, maybe a belief structure or something like that. Let's see. You could be awakening to what you deserve now in relationships as well. So you could have just be getting aha after aha lately of what you were settling for before, and what your patterns were before, and how it was that you were choosing repeat patterns of old relationships that you didn't want. You could be waking up to yourself. This could be an awakening in that respect. And yeah, I'm just feeling very fresh start kind of an energy. So you might be looking for a completely different kind of a relationship as a result of everything that you're going through now. So what's hindering you? What's hindering crystals in this? The 10 of Wands, feeling burdened, and the 5 of Wands, needing practice. So what is hindering you from this fresh start, from this stepping into a new kind of a relationship? Not the old patterns, not the kind of the repeat of what you don't want. You know, the repeat of the same old lessons. Well, it's that you're carrying the burdens. So these burdens that you're carrying with the Ten of Wands here, the wands upon your back there, it's baggage. It's baggage. It's stuff that you haven't healed. Why do we repeat patterns? Well, sometimes there's just something that we're choosing and we're totally unconscious of it. I feel like there could have been an aspect in you of that. But sometimes it's that we haven't got over it. We're still in a victim consciousness about what happened before. We haven't taken our part in it. We hadn't realized how it was that we were choosing it, or how we would continuously let it in instead of noticing it and saying no to it. And so it's the burdens that you're still carrying here, and that you haven't put it into practice enough yet. And so I feel like you guys, you crystals, you will have got the information and the guidance that you need. You know what you've had your ahas, right? You realize the patterns that you've been in, and now what you're doing is you're practicing. You're putting that into practice. So you need some more practice here. So it wouldn't surprise me if you crystals, you've got another lesson relationship coming. It could be that you're going to attract someone that's similar to one of those repeat things, and this time you'll see it, or you'll see it earlier, that red flag or whatever it is, or your pattern, and you'll recognize it and you won't do that again. Is that practice coming in here? So what is holding you back from having the relationship of your dreams kind of thing is there's still more practice to do in that letting go of those burdens that you've been carrying, and you've probably been carrying your whole life. And it could be that your previous relationships were like a mirror of your parents' relationship, even though you were thinking that you were choosing completely differently. You thought that you'd learn from their mistakes because you noticed what they were doing. You might have fallen into that same pattern because we learn from them. And it's the emotion, it's the way that we deal with things. We learn that from our parents, and it gets us in the same trouble. How do things look on the face of it? So how does it look on the face of it, to crystals? How does a love life look on the face of it? Six of Crystals. This is about reciprocation. So it looks like you deserve, or you're getting reciprocation now. Three of Wands. It looks like you're on a new path now. You've chosen this new path. Three of Cups. New people coming in, a celebration kind of a thing. So it looks on the surface of it as if you've found somebody now. They've come into your life that are reciprocal. So they've got something to offer. Well, let's see if that's the truth, because that's how it appears on the face of it. So some of you have met someone, crystals, and you think, this is it, this is the one, this is making me really happy, I'm on this new path now because I've had my ahas. And it appears that they are reciprocating. I think this is it. What's really behind that? What's really behind that? I'm not saying it's not true, but let's see what's really behind that. I mean, it's coming out here that you've still got some learning, not learning to do, you've got some practice of it to do. So it could be that the person that you're thinking here is the one, is going to show you a red flag at some point for you to then close down to it, for you to say, I know this is more of the same or similar. I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to hold out for what it really is that I want. What's behind this anyway? What's really behind it, this new person? So some of you crystals, you've got your eye on someone, or someone, you're dating someone, maybe someone's come into your life and you think that this is it. This is it. This is the reciprocal one. This is the one that can give back to me. They're showing willing. They're doing things to me. Doing things for me now. What's really behind that? Oh, what's really behind that? Yeah, they're not. They're showing willing, the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is someone showing willing kind of thing. They've got an exciting offer. You know, it's looking good on the surface of it. They're only a knight though, and it is exciting, yes. They probably do more than other people, probably do more for you than other people. So I'm just picking up this vibe now that you could have been in relationships where they don't do a lot, there's not a lot of reciprocation. You know, you've had relationships where you've been putting a lot of the work in and they haven't. So they are showing willing in an excited kind of way. This is a kind of a young kind of an energy. They might be younger than you, Knight of Wands, a bit of a playful energy, but they're showing willing. It's like they They want to be the person. They want to prove to you that they're the person and they've got what it takes to reciprocate. They're showing willing, they're trying to, let's put it that way. But Four of Crystals, this is the holding their energy back. They're holding something back from you. There's something that they're not telling you here, or there's going to be a point in time when they do start holding back. This could be someone who, I'm not really getting like a narcissistic vibe, like a love bombing kind of a thing, like they're trying to fool you into, you know, they're being reciprocal at first to fool you into that, and then they're going to start withdrawing. That could be the story here, but I'm not really picking up on that energy. I'm picking up on the vibe that they want to be good enough for you. They want to reciprocate. They know what you want, and they're trying to rise up to that occasion. I think you've chosen someone here who is a knight, kind of stepping up to being a king. He's on his path to being a king, but he's not yet a king. I think you're yet to choose one who's already being a king here, because you're showing us the Queen of Cups here. So you're already a queen, but you're attracting a knight here. A knight that's showing willing, and he wants to be a king. Is like, you know, a knight is like a prince that is going to be king. You've recognized that energy. And so you're not recognizing that you've already got to that queen energy. You're still thinking that you're the princess, and you're choosing a prince that's headed there. Or maybe you just don't believe that there's any kings out there. And so you're choosing someone that's at least showing willing that they're going to head there. But it's still that I'm choosing someone that isn't yet there. I'm choosing someone to help. I'm choosing someone that they're showing willing to reciprocate to me, but they're not going to be able, they're not fully at my level. They're not fully at your level, this person. Yeah, and so you might be ignoring some of the signs there that there's this Knight of Wands. It could be someone that's a player or has been a player, and they're trying to step up to be in a committed relationship with you, or they're kind of showing willing. It feels like early days to me. Right, so you're waking up to something here. Yes. Still willing to take on the burdens here, even if it's to coach this knight to being a king. Still willing to take those burdens on, which you don't need to do. Just choose a king, or let them, like, it's great, knight, off you go, you become a king. Good on you for doing that. Me in relationship with you, not so sure while you're doing that. You become a king first, because I'm already a queen, and I'm waiting for my king to step up, you know. So what's your recent past energy? Recent past energy for crystals is the Six of Swords. A victory. So you do feel like you've met the right one here. You've had a victory. But it's thoughts. This is about the thoughts. What am I trying to say here? It's almost I think I found the one. It's better than it was before. This person could lead me out. I mean, they're leading themselves out of the trouble. It could be someone that's had similar kind of experiences to you before, and they're leading themselves out of that trouble. It's someone that could lead me out of that choppy waters that I've been in. So kind of similar energy. They've experienced something similar. They're still kind of in the choppy waters. I'm getting this really strong vibe that you don't realize how far you've come, Queen Crystal. You don't realize how far you've come, and so you're choosing someone that's just setting off on that path. This is so very common, because we often think of ourselves as our old energy rather than the energy that we're in the present right now. And so we can get attracted to people that are wounded in the same way as we were wounded years ago, because we recognize that energy, and we fail to recognize the energy that we're in now, and that's our previous energy, and that we shouldn't be with someone. It's not an ideal match to be with someone that reminds us of our old energy. And the reason that we do that is we connect more into our old energy. It's because we're empathic. It's because we're compassionate. And so when we recognize our old selves, what we're actually doing behind that, what we're actually doing is that we are recognizing our past selves deserved love back then. We're recognizing that our past selves deserved our self-love back then and didn't have it. And so now you might have found self-love. But when someone comes up like this knight, and you recognize, wow, yeah, they deserve loving because they're really trying to get out of this night energy and into that king energy. I recognize that that's the past me. This is all going on subconsciously, of course. Or that's the past me. That was when I was a princess and I was struggling. I want to love this person. And what you're really doing is saying, I want to love the old me and help them to get to be a queen. But you've done that already for yourself. You don't need to do it for someone else. It's very tempting to want to give someone else a leg up, which is great. I mean, do that in your work if you're a healer, and if, do that in your work. Don't do it in romantic relationships. So the Six of Swords here, it feels like you are being led out of those choppy waters because you've met someone who's leading themselves out of the choppy waters they are. But you have already led yourself out of those choppy waters. Or you are much further along than they are. What's coming in the near future? What's the energy coming in the near future? What's the energy coming in the near future? That's too many. I mean, I'll take a few cards, but not that many. What's the energy coming in the near future for crystals? The energy coming in the near future. Ten of Swords, a painful ending. And the Nine of Crystals, you being independent again. So yeah, it is. It's a lesson relationship. The one that you're about to get into or you're in currently, it's another lesson relationship. It's just practice. It's the Five of Wands that came out there. It's practice. You just need practice of recognizing it again. It's not as bad this time, I don't feel, as you've been through before. But it's just putting it into practice. You're headed toward that king, you really are. You just need some more practice of recognizing the old patterns in a little bit more detail. And so it's going to come out again, not in a massive fashion. I mean, they are showing willing. This is someone that you feel is your person, like they're stepping up. They could be, because they're showing willing. They do so much more. I'm receiving more than I've ever received from anyone else, but they're not the full king or emperor yet. So there's going to be a painful ending when you realize that. And the Nine of Crystals, then you're back to singledom, but being happy and making your wishes come true. And so hopefully when that painful ending, yeah, it's painful. It's always painful when we have some kind of a breakup, even if it's just we go on a date and then we realize that they're not. You might realize straight away, in which case that's great, because you're really learning and you're well on your way to choosing the king. But it's still a little bit heartbreaking because we have our high hopes, right? And so, but then you get into that Nine of Crystals energy of the single, independent, and ready for your king. And the king is looking for someone that's in that energy. Well, what else is this reading about? The Hierophant. This is about long-term commitment. So you've been asking for the one to get to, that you're going to get married to, the long-term relationship, the twin flame, the soulmate, the one that's going to be with you for a long time. And the Hierophant is calling for you to do things in the traditional way. That means taking a slow approach here, slow, considered approach. That means this is about awakening a part in you that's going to take things slowly when you get into a relationship, not try and rush in, not meet someone and presume that they're the right one for you, even if they're showing you really good things, right? Just giving it time. You get to know them better. It's like, well, it's looking very hopeful. They're not showing me any red flags yet. Well, let's just keep on getting to know each other, and they might reveal those red flags instead of going, they're 100% perfect, they're the one, and then when they show you a red flag, being devastated about it. So this is very much about you taking the approach that works, the tried and tested approach, the by the book approach to relationships that will get you into that stable relationship. It's interesting because I just did Psychic Cafe, and one of my moderators, Timothy, hello Timothy if you're watching this, said in that today, it seems to be the slow approach relationships are the good relationships. And I said, yeah, but it's not that just taking things slowly will make for a good relationship. It's that when you take it slowly, you don't get into relationships with the wrong person. When we rush in, if you think like you've got 10 people 9 of them are the wrong person, 1 of them is the right person. If you're the person that rushes in and doesn't take things slowly, you're going to say, I've got 9 failed relationships. If you're the person that takes it slowly, you're only going to have 1 relationship, or maybe 2 relationships. Because those 8 or 9 are not going to pass that test. They're not going to stick around for the long term. Some of them are going to fall away straight away because you're going to take it slowly, and they don't want that. They want instant gratification. So it's not that taking it slowly will make anyone be the right person for you. It's that taking it slowly allows you to sift out and not even get into a relationship in the first place, or get committed to in the first place, those that aren't right for you. So this is looking really good. This energy is really good for you, crystals, because I feel like you're well on the way. You're well on the way to that wish that you've got here. You're awakening you're getting closer to it. I'm feeling like it's just on the horizon. I wonder what your outcome's going to be. Well, let's get into your fears first. What are your fears? Crystals. Crystals' fears. There's a lot of fears. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. You're fearing that you're just unlucky in love. You're feeling that you're unlucky in love. You're fearing that you're unlucky in love and it's just not going to happen and fate hasn't blessed you, kind of thing. You're fearing the Queen of Crystals, that you're too independent, right? You're going to go back to the 9 of Crystals. Queen of Crystals is even more independent than that. Secure, independent, and all of that. You're feeling that you're too independent. You're fearing that you're too independent, and that's going to actually turn people off. You know, like you're too intimidating, or maybe you've got this idea that you need to be needed, or you need to need somebody to even get into a relationship. That's not true. Healthy relationships are not 2 people that need each other. It's 2 people that want each other because they've got no need for it. That's makes for a very healthy relationship. So yeah, get rid of that belief, and that you're unlucky. The Emperor. Why would the Emperor be in your fears here? So you're fearing the Emperor. Now, it might be that you, whenever you've experienced what you think is Emperor energy, because this can be a controlling person, someone that takes control over you, instead of the positive side of the Emperor, which is someone that you can really trust because they take responsibility for things in a very healthy way, kind of thing. So you can be in the feminine and surrender to them. So there's something that you fear about the Emperor here. You've had the negative connotation of the Emperor energy, which is controlling, maybe abusive. You're fearing that. Some more healing to do there around that, if that's ringing true for you. Other fears are transformation. So there's actually a fear here that is going to change your life completely when you meet this right person, and you're going to have to give up some of this 9 of Crystals, this Queen of Crystals kind of an energy of you're going to have to give up your independence. Maybe you're scared that you're going to have to give up some of your luxuries, or all of that. You know, the usual fears. When we've been single and independent and life's really good, we're bound to have those a few of those niggling fears about giving some of that up, and how our life transforming. What are your hopes? What are your hopes? What are Crystal's hopes? You've got 4 fears and 1 hope. Let's hope it's a good one. The King of Swords. Someone who's intelligent, someone that chooses you, someone that's got clarity. You're hoping that your person is going to know, that they're going to have clarity. They're not going to be wishy-washy. So you could have been experiencing people that didn't want to commit, people that weren't sure, that kind of thing, and you don't want that. You're afraid that you meet the one and they're just going to be like, I don't know, I've got no clarity on that. I'm not sure about it. You want them to know. You want them to just know, right? And have clarity on that. That's interesting to me. So let's get your outcome cards out, and then I'm going to get you a bonus card out as well. So what are the outcomes? I'm not going to show you these cards. Whoa! There's a lot that just came out then. I'm not going to show you them. But the one that's on the top is excellent. Let's just see. Oh my God, yes. Oh, You've got some really good cards here, really good cards. Okay, they're your outcome cards. I'm going to reveal those in the deeper dive if you're interested in that. Well, let's get you a bonus card out here. A bonus card for crystals. And in the deeper dive, I'll go into guidance for you in all of this as well. And how this might all go down as well. This person that I'm talking about here, the one that is in your life. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I will, in your deeper dive, crystals, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. I've given you some of it already, but let's go deeper into that. Guidance for you in this relationship, this Knight of Wands relationship here. And then how this might all play out as well as revealing these cards, of course. But let's get your bonus card out here. A bonus card for crystals. Oh, nice. 2 bonus cards for you. Healing. You've got some healing to do. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So you need to be healed some more on your relationship path. You've obviously got a lot of fears coming up here. So heal yourself. And passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. So you're very attractive right now. Enjoy it. And this to me is saying you're very attractive right now, and so you could have these lessons kind of thing. It could be rapid. You know how I was saying about the 10 people, and if you're taking it slowly, yeah, and you're taking this approach, then you could get through those 8 pretty fast, of recognizing those red flags. Not that you need to have 8 no's before you get a yes, but it's looking good. It's looking very positive for you here, Crystal. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Click that subscribe button along with that notification bell. Leave me a comment as well. Thank you to all my subscribers. Very much appreciated your support of my channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell to hear more from me. I make 3 of these pick a card reads a week, as well as other things too. And so if this is where you leave me, thank you so much, and good luck with this relationship and your relationship path. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you very shortly in there. Bye. If you chose the flower and the Lightseers Tarot deck, then this one's for you. Flowers. Let's do your full Celtic cross spread then. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive, an extended reading to go with this. And so the Celtic cross spread, I'm going to go into all of that. Apart from the outcome cards, I'm going to save the outcome cards for the deeper dive. And in the deeper dive, I'm also going to go into advice for you in this current situation that you find yourself in. Advice for you in this relationship or your next relationship. And also how this might all play out and timelines for all of that as well. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading there'll be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments as well. So let's get your cards out and let's get into your Celtic cross here. Find out what's going on in your love life, whether you've got someone right now or not. This is about your love life journey kind of thing. What's going on? What is this reading all about for flowers? What is this reading all about for flowers? It's about the Emperor and the Knight of Wands. Wow, how very different energies here. So the Emperor is the King of Kings. It's the self-made kind of a person. It's one that's learned all the lessons. He's got his wisdom. He's in control of himself. He's happy. He's just so stable and grounded. He's the King of Kings. And the Knight of Wands isn't that. The Knight of Wands is a player energy. It's a youthful energy. It's the one that goes out clubbing and stuff like that and picks up the chicks. It's someone who isn't serious. It's someone that will dive into a relationship too fast. It's someone that just hasn't got that wisdom yet. They're not solid like the Emperor. So this reading, I think, for you flowers is about your behavior and your choices with regards to whether you choose to someone like this or someone like that. There could, we'll see, but it's definitely about that. If you're looking for this and you keep on ending up in relationships like this, that's what this reading is about. Or it could be about a someone that you're thinking is the Emperor when they're really the Knight of Wands. It could be about that too. But it's about the choices that you make and how maybe you're blind to how you keep on choosing the Knight of Wands and believing that they're the Emperor this time. Okay, so what is hindering you? What is crossing you here? What is hindering our flowers in these choices that they're making in love here? A lot, apparently. King of Swords, being all in your head about it, overthinking it is hindering you here. Overthinking it. Page of Cups, being kind of naive about it, being a little bit too rose-tinted spectacles about it, meeting someone and seeing the best in them, presuming the best in them. It's about your choices. Oh, choosing the devil. Okay, so you're choosing people with addictions. Maybe you're like still going out to clubs and picking up and wondering why they're not the Emperor. Because the Emperor's not going out to clubs doing that kind of thing. They're not the devil with the addictions and stuff like that. And so it does feel to me like you're thinking about it too much, that you're kind of a little bit naive about it. You could be the player energy yourself without even realizing it. I feel like you're looking for the Emperor in the wrong places here. They're just not going to be in those places. And I'm just getting this feeling here that you could be in player mode and you don't even realize it. So if you get dressed up to go out and you're going out with your friends to have a good time and everything, in the back of your mind you're thinking, I'm feeling lucky tonight, I think I'm going to pick up. And it's like, it could be the one, it could be the one. Well, it's not going to be the one, it's just someone you pick up. That's a player, that's you being a player and going out and trying to pick up. That's not how you meet the one. It's how you meet the Knight of Wands. It's how you meet these devils. Yeah, that's not how you meet the one. Not at all. Every single one of those is going to turn out into be the Knight of Wands if you're meeting them like that. So for some of you, you've got this pattern of maybe going out and just feeling totally disappointed if you don't pick up, or picking up and then wondering why it doesn't work out for you, that kind of thing. And some of you, it's just this overthinking and being naive about it here. So it does feel like you're going about this in a way that isn't serving you, for sure. Going about your love life in a way that isn't serving you, and it's getting you these player types instead of what you really want. Okay, so how do things look on the face of it? What's going on for flowers at the moment on the face of it? Well, how very interesting, because Crystal's got this out in this position first as well. The Six of Pentacles. It's looking like you found someone that reciprocates. But the Four of Cups has come out with that as well. To me, this is saying you think you might have found someone that can reciprocate, someone that can give you what it is that you want, but you're not recognizing that your emotional guidance system has you feeling left out, or feeling jealous, or feeling a certain way. You're not feeling joyful. You might be feeling more joyful than when there was nobody in your life, but you're not feeling fully joyful about it. There's an element here of there's some negative feeling that you're feeling. You're ignoring feeling it. You're not admitting to it. Because you're overthinking things, remember? And you might be saying to yourself, well, they seem to be able to reciprocate. They seem to be giving back. They're giving something back. I've never experienced that before. They're giving something. So they're looking like there's someone that can reciprocate to me. This is what I'm looking for. But ignoring the feelings that you're having there. There's some negative feelings, and I'm getting that you're completely ignoring that. Try not to see that. Trying to be in that rose-tinted spectacles kind of an energy here of that Page of Cups, and seeing the best in them, and like just giving them, ignore my feelings and put them first kind of thing. And what's really behind this? What's really behind this? What's really behind this is the Nine of Pentacles. You're single, you're independent, you are accomplished. you have got your stuff together. Maybe here you're settling for people that don't have that. They don't have the money sorted out. They don't have that stability. They're not single independent. There could be someone that just goes from one person to another. And you might have this belief that there's not many out there, and so you have to just, like, as soon as one's free, latch onto them kind of thing. But your true person is going to be in this energy too, single independent, loving their lives kind of thing. So you're still coming across as a single independent, but with an add-on, with someone that you're dating, a player that you're dating kind of thing. It's that. And you might be trying to convince yourself, trying to make them into something that they're not, trying to convince yourself that this is more than it is. This could also mean that you think someone's reciprocating. You're ignoring the fact that they're ignoring your texts and things like that, and making you feel bored or, a certain kind of way, which isn't good. And they're actually living a single life. This could be someone that you have kind of committed to more than they've committed to you. You might not have had that conversation about actually being together officially. Yeah, or being not seeing other people kind of thing. If you're seeing someone at the moment, to me you're coming across, both of you, as single people still. You're both single still. So it seems to me you found another player, I think this is saying. Or you're susceptible, or you're single right now and you're susceptible to finding another player, and so we need to not snap you, but we need to get you out of that pattern, get that pattern clear with you so that you don't do that. Energy of the past, your recent past, is Ten of Wands. Taking on all the burdens. So, yeah. This is someone who is single independent and they are way too willing to get into a relationship and do it all. Like, just do it all for them. Carry all the burdens. Just carrying all the burdens, doing all the work, that kind of thing. Giving them a free ride kind of thing. Way too willing. You've been way too willing to do all the work here. To burden yourself, to take the burdens of a relationship. Relationship shouldn't be a burden, it should add something to your life. And don't let a relationship in that doesn't add something to your life. And not just something, a lot. Add a lot to your life. Otherwise stay single, because why would you want something that doesn't add to your life? That's not. What have you got coming in? Energy coming in is the World, completion of a cycle. That's good. Completion of a cycle and the start of a new cycle. You got the Lovers coming in. That's exciting. And the Moon, uncertainty coming in. So you can expect a cycle to complete and a new cycle to start. So this is telling me that in the near future, you're going to have paid attention to what I've said in this reading. You're going to have completed that cycle. A new cycle is going to start. It's got the Lover's energy here, very promising. But there's something unknown about it too. So you might be a little bit wary of someone that comes in, whether they're a repeat of what you've had going on. Has the bigger cycle completed, or was it a smaller cycle within a big cycle? Have you learned that lesson, or is it just like a side lesson kind of thing? Have you got more lessons to learn? I don't know, but you've got something good coming in here. Next lesson, or a cycle's completed anyway. You're not going to go through exactly the same again. You're going to learn from it this time if you're going through something at the moment, or if you're just kind of using this reading to look at recent relationships and what you did there. Your relationship path kind of thing. So what else is this reading about? It's about the Emperor and the Knight of Wands. So the player and the Emperor. It's also about the Three of Pentacles, which is like collaborations with other people, and the Queen of Cups. So it's about who you're willing and open and trusting to collaborate with. It's about who you're letting into your energy. And this isn't just about letting into your energy and letting into your life. This isn't just about romance here. I'm hearing that this is about other parts of your life too. So this is You're doing this with friendships, you're doing this with people that you work with. You need to be more picky about who you let in your life, and only let those people that make you feel better into your life. So with everyone, just with everyone, be more cutthroat about it. If they're not making you feel better, if they're draining you in any way at all, don't let them into your life or eject them out of your life. Remember, your recent past energy is you're too willing to take on the burdens. You won't just be doing that in your love life. You'll be doing that in your work life. You'll be doing it with friendships and everything. So be careful of what you're open to here. My advice here, I'm going to go into the advice in the deeper dive in much more detail, but my advice here would be, you need to tune into how you're truly feeling, because there's an aspect here, the Four of Cups, where you're ignoring some negative feelings that you're feeling. You're just ignoring it. You're accepting that there'll be negative feelings there. Don't do that. It's your emotional guidance system. Get tuned into it with everyone. Feel into it. Even with each friend, like go around and see all of your friends. Check in with your energy before you go. How am I feeling right now? Really, fine tune it. How am I feeling? Am I feeling energetic? Am I feeling worn out? Just know where you're at that base point. Go and see that friend. And then as you leave, feel again. Now, do I feel uplifted? Do I feel better than I did before? Am I feeling depleted? If you're feeling depleted in any way, if the way that you're feeling is depleted in any way whatsoever, then you're taking on the burdens. You've got into an imbalanced relationship there. You're giving some of your energy away and not gaining. Relationships should be win-win situations. The right relationships for you, like right friendships for you, right customers for you, right colleagues for you, right boss for you, everyone in your life should be a win-win situation. They should uplift your life. And not everyone's going to do that, Claire. I know not everyone's going to do that. So don't let them into your life then. Be picky. Be choosy. It's so important to be selective about the energies that you let into your life, because it does affect us. People affect us. We get on the same vibration as them. And so be careful who you're letting into your life here. You're showing up as like open to way too much. Be careful who you collaborate with, who you let into your life, who you're allowing to affect your energy. Excuse me. A visit from a friend there, which was really timely because I was going to message him today. Okay, so let's get into your fears. What are you fearing in this situation? What are your fears in love? What are Flower's fears in love here? You're fearing the Nine of Wands, so you're fearing that you're still wounded, or that someone's going to come in and wound you. You fear that you've got to have your boundaries up here, like to everybody kind of thing. You've got to protect yourself. And it's funny because you're showing up as the Queen of Cups, like being way too open here. So it feels to me like you haven't yet learned how to protect yourself in the moment and stand up to the red flags and things like that. You're way too open, or you're completely shut down. You haven't yet learned to be open and then close it down kind of fast there. So you're fearing that the wounding, either completely shut down like a hermit or way too open here. Fearing having to defend yourself as well, because I mean there's nothing to fear there. There's nothing to fear in defending yourself. You just say no to them. What's the fear there? Fear of retribution? What are they going to do? Just be a no? Oh, they might have an ego reaction, but that's okay. They might say something to you. Big deal. Let them say something to you, and then off they go. So you've got a reluctance here to defend yourself in the moment. There's some healing to do there. It might be like I used to be scared of confrontation and defending myself in the moment, and that was because it was always a fear of violence. That's what I got back to, because I had a violent childhood and I was fearing violence. But I mean, what's there to fear there? Who's going to punch me in the face? And if they do, like, really, is it that bad? Is it that bad? No, I'm going to heal from that. Better that than and have good things in my life than keep on allowing bad things into my life. And so you need to address that. You need to do some healing around that, of what it is that you're really afraid of there, about confrontation, about saying no, about defending yourself, about even what I've said here about who you let into your life, that could have caused fear in you here, saying, well, I don't know how to say no to them. I'm not sure I can say no to them. I'm not sure I can get rid of people out of my life. What are your hopes? What are your hopes? So to me, it feels, flowers, that you're just kind of hoping that the Emperor shows up here without doing the things that you need to do, or you're just on your way of doing the things that you need to do here. You're hoping to get lucky. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. You're hoping to get lucky. You're hoping to get lucky and pick the right Knight of Wands that is actually the Emperor, but they're not. You're hoping to meet an Emperor that has a Knight of Wands mask on, and so you meet them as the Knight of Wands, and it's like, I know there's an Emperor in there, I know there's an Emperor in there, and they're not. It's just a Knight of Wands. There's no Emperor in there. So you're hoping to get lucky. It's not luck. It's not luck at all. It's a journey of self-love, of learning boundaries, and it's applicable in every area of your life as well, because I'm getting clearly with you guys, flowers, that there is something playing out, but it's playing out in your friendships and in your work. It's playing out in every area of your life here, of who you're just too willing to let people that don't deserve a place in your life here, and too unwilling to cut people out and say no, and get rid of people out of your life. So let's get some outcome cards for you, which I'm going to reveal in the deeper dive. And also, I'm going to get some bonus cards out for you, so stick around. Is it just one? Just one outcome? Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, no, it's 3 outcomes there. Right. Let's just put these down and I'll take a look. Yes, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, nice. That's really nice. Okay, so 2 cards that don't surprise me in the slightest, and 1 that has hope on the horizon there. So let's get you the bonus cards out here. Tell us more. Tell us more for flowers. Tell us more for flowers. What else can we tell flowers? There we go. I wanted to get 2 out for you because I want to be fair. 2 came out for crystals, and I want to be fair to you. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. Oh, you do. And you're so disappointed, and you're trying to ignore those feelings of disappointment, but don't. You deserve to feel joyful, properly joyful, not pretend joyful, not convincing yourself that you feel joyful and when you're not. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. You do. You deserve joy. And you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. There is hope. There is hope. And so get you that guidance to get you there, because as I said, it's not about luck. You're hoping that you're going to get lucky. It's not about luck. You're really looking in the wrong places for that Emperor. Let's get you looking in the right places with that right energy. In the deeper dive, I'll reveal what these cards are and what that all means to you as well with the outcome here. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on, how this pertains to for you in your particular situation, how it's resonating with you. Thank you to all my subscribers. Your support of my channel is very much appreciated. If you're not a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I make 3 of these pick cards reads a week. I make daily energy update as well, and I also go live 3 times a week as well. And so if you're wanting that deeper dive to find out what those things are, I'll pop a link for it up there. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might also end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. And when you find that email, you'll see that there's a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. If you open that on a device where you can open PDFs, and download that PDF from that place, then you will see in that PDF that there's some information about the reading, that there's a special free gift in there for you, and there's a picture of a video. Click on that picture of a video and you can watch it right away. And so thank you so much for watching. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you very shortly in there. Bye. So if you chose the shell, then this one's for you. Let's do this full Celtic cross love reading for you and find out what's in store in your love life. And as always, Shells is going to be a deeper dive to this as well. In that deeper dive, I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic cross. And we're also going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Guidance for you in a particular relationship that you're in right now or the next one. And how this might all play out as well, along with timelines for all of that. And so if you're interested in that, toward the end of the reading, there'll be a link that pops up there. Find a link for that in the description box below as well. So let's get some cards out for this. What is this reading all about? First of all, with the Muse Tarot here. Let's change the view. I'll show you the cards. This is about your intuition and about practice, about practicing your intuition here. So, yeah, seeing... Maybe in your love life you've been relying on intuition and feelings, not realizing what's feelings of familiarity to you, thinking it's your intuition and it's getting you into hot water. You might be doing readings for yourself or getting readings for yourself and pairing that with your intuition and signs and synchronicities and stuff like that, going through a relationship and then it not working out and you're wondering why your intuition is going wrong here. This is all about practicing of your intuition. What do I mean by that? Like practicing, deciphering what is intuition and what is just a feeling, what is true guidance and what is just a carrot, something dangled in front of you to get you into a certain energy. What is your ego fears or your ego's drive to be right, and what is intuition. So there's a whole lot of practice here, some deciphering. I feel like you guys, Shells, may have been thinking that more is intuition than is actually intuition here. So whatever pops into your mind, at an extreme state, whatever pops into your mind, you think it's all intuition and it's all a sign from the universe when it's not. And you need to be more discerning about that and put that in practice that kind of stuff. So I'm feeling like you guys, your intuition has been leading you astray, also it seems. So this is like a spiritual journey for you as well as a relationship journey, because it's going to help you in many ways of fine-tuning your intuition and realizing what is intuition and what isn't intuition, what intuition really feels like and what is just feeling, that kind of thing. I see a lot of people, and it's come out in readings, especially lately, is that feelings. A lot of people think that following your heart is your intuition. But following your heart, it can be intuition, but following your heart is more likely to be feelings. Now feelings, we get feelings based on familiarity. And so if narcissists are familiar to us, we could get feelings when we meet a narcissist. That's not intuition. It's not. It's a feeling. And so some of you are getting tripped up with that. So what's the energy on the face of it? How's it looking for our Shells on the face of it? Oh dear, the Tower and the Hermit. So things falling apart and you're having to hide away. Things falling apart. So it seems to me like you're getting like intuitive hits that someone's right for you. You get into it and it all falls apart and you have to hide away. Hermit, open up. Intuition, open up. Yes, open up. This is the right one for you. Oh, hell, it's not. Tower falls. Not solid foundations being built here. That's how it appears on the surface of it. Well, what's really behind that? Because that's quite deep, really. I mean, what's really behind that? Oh, okay. I'll let the cards come out first, but I heard it then. What's really behind this is the Emperor, the Three of Voices, and the Two of Materials. It's about your choices, and it's about the Emperor, right? What this is about, it's just not time yet. It's not time yet, and you're not ready yet for that relationship that is the Emperor, the one that's really right for you. Your divine pairing. You're not ready for it yet, and so you keep on meeting duds. And it's a little bit of what you're doing, yes, but a lot of it is that it's the universe is kind of toying with you. because it's not time yet. And so because you're persistent on pursuing this love life thing, it's having to give you decoys, and it's having to give you duds, because it's just not time yet for you. It's not time yet, and you're not ready yet for this Emperor. So, and that's not a wrongness of you, not necessarily. You've got a life path of involving healing and empowering yourself, facing your darkness and knowing yourself and all of that. And it's at the end of that you're going to meet your person. But because you're not just getting on with life, because you're fixated, you've got a focus. Fixated might be the wrong way to put it, but you've got a focus. You're watching this reading. I'm just calling you out there. You're watching this reading, so you've got some kind of a fixation or some kind of a focus on your love life, and you're trying to make it happen. Because of that, the universe is having to toss you something, and so it keeps on tossing you something. And so this is why this pattern of you're thinking it's it and it's not it, you're thinking it's it and it's not it, this pattern of there's a bigger thing going on in your life here. Your life purpose isn't to find the one. It's not to find a partner. It's not, Your life purpose isn't to collect a lot of money either. Your life purpose is way bigger than that. And this is why the reading is about you flexing your intuition. You're not just doing it in relationships here. You are doing it in relationships, but this is more about you knowing who you are, really fine-tuning, really becoming that high priestess, the one that knows, isn't fooled by her ego anymore or past patternings or feelings. She isn't fooled by that anymore. She's wise, and she knows what is intuition. That is much bigger level. That's going to affect your work. It's going to affect everything in your life, but it's especially going to affect your relationships. So this is you breaking your own heart in a way, because you'll keep on focusing on relationships instead of it being about this. Instead of your life being about you in the bigger picture, you keep on focusing on relationships, so the universe has to keep on, in a way, breaking your heart. But it's not. It's kind of toying with you with this. It's kind of having to toy with you because of your focus. So you've got a twin flame, but you're not ready to meet them yet. Now, I'm getting that strongly from this Emperor card, is that you've got a twin flame, but you're not ready to meet them yet. They're not ready for you yet either. You might think that you are ready, and because you might have a belief that twin flames are something that they're not dysfunctional relationships. Twin flames, my guides have told me, twin flames only come together with you when you're a very high vibration and you really know yourself, and like things are just, you're on your top game, you're in the flow, you've got magic happening, you know yourself, just your life is going brilliantly. Then twin flames come together. They're from a very high state of alignment, and so there could be a belief there that you can have your twin flame right now, that it's not just something that's added like a cherry on the top. Once you've reached a certain level of mastery, once they've reached a certain level of mastery, once they've got to be the emperor, once you've got to be the empress, and yeah, so that's what's really behind that. Is it's not wasted, your focus on relationships. That would be taking it too far, because you are learning the lessons, the high priestess. But I'm getting that you would learn these lessons in other things. It's not, the end goal isn't the relationship, but you will get the relationship as a result of it. But it's really about you and you becoming this empress, this splendid version of yourself that is so on the game with intuition and knowing yourself. And I'm just feeling this high priestess vibe, and she's not a fool. She's not just positive saying yes, they're your twin flames to everybody. You'll notice that as seasoned readers, if you've been getting like private readings, you'll notice that as seasoned readers, that those that have been doing it for like 20 years or whatever, will admit that even if we do get the twin flame vibe from it, we'll say to you, like, this doesn't come out very often, this is very rare. Whereas the naive, younger kind of readers will be throwing twin flame all over the place kind of thing. It's you becoming like the true wise one, able to decipher what is your intuition and what's your ego and what's your fears and what's your wishful thinking and what's your feelings and all of that stuff, really clued into it so that you are the wise one, so that you are that guide, you know. It's about so much more, this reading. But let's go back to your love life, because you're concerned with that. So what is the recent energy that you've had in your love life? Because you can have your love life, and the love life path is important too, so there is things that you need to know about that, especially about how your intuition has been fooling you. We need to get into that in this reading. And of course, in the deeper dive, I'll get you moving forward on all of this too. So what's been in your recent past? What's the energy that's been in the shell's recent past? Oh, slow moving, but making you feel really good. So something that's been so super slow, maybe just your love life in general, or it could be someone in particular, really slow moving, but it's been making you feel good. So it's been getting better and better kind of thing. You've been getting more excited, more heart fulfillment from it, feeling better about your love life. So that's good. So you have been taking a slow approach to it kind of thing. It's been slowly getting better and better, feeling better and better about your love life here. So some of you could be in a relationship that's going kind of slow, but it's feeling better than it ever did. What's coming in? What's the near future energy coming in for shells? What near future energy is coming in? Okay. Muse of materials. This is really interesting, because I was thinking as I'm doing this, oh, how interesting, because none of them are for me. I don't see myself in any of these readings, not the crystal, not the flowers, not the shell, and then I've just like, yeah, you're a shell this time, Claire. But really, okay. Muse of materials is the King of Pentacles. It's someone that's very stable. Three of emotions is the third party, other people involved in this kind of card. And the Eight of materials is about you reaping the rewards of all the hard work that you've put in. So some of you, this is about a relationship that you're in at the moment. It's feeling better and better, but it's going really slowly because there's someone else involved. So this is, yeah, very stable in their energy. Is good. It feels like good energy. You've probably had the intuition that this person is for you. But on the face of it, you're by yourself. It feels like it's falling apart and it's not happening. Are they the Emperor? I kind of feel like that they're Emperor. Is that my intuition, or am I fooling myself there? This could be heartbreaking. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about it. It's behind that. This is a work in progress. There's a stability about this. There's a path about this. But remember what I said is the Emperor is not ready yet, nor is the Empress. But it's a work in progress, and you are going to reap the results from it. There's a stability about this, and that's what's coming in, is the stability and reaping the rewards from that, and it's something about other people as well. Okay, so what is this reading about? Apart from this, you learning about and fine-tuning your intuition and becoming even more of the Empress in this process. More of yourself, knowing yourself, being more powerful because you're tuned into your wisdom. Very stable in yourself. What is this reading about as well? What is this reading about? Noticing the details. It's noticing the details in them, noticing the details in this path, noticing the details in yourself, paying close attention to everything involved here. Someone else paying close attention to you, you paying close attention to them paying close attention to themselves to become the Emperor, you paying close attention to yourself to become the Emperor. This is a slow path because of this, because you've got to pay such close attention now. So you guys, you are close to union, and because this is the point of really paying attention, being super, super aware. And this is two people being very aware here of each other and of themselves. This is two wise people taking it really slowly, and it's feeling good, but hey, I know myself. It's felt good in the past, and I've had the signs and synchronicities and all of that before, and it hasn't worked out. So I'm paying close attention. I'm letting this unfold. I'm letting this unfold. I'm staying in my stability, and I'm letting this unfold. What are your fears? What are your fears, shells? What are your fears? Just one fear, is it? I thought there was more. Yes. Okay. So you're fearing opening up to something that's going to backfire on you again. So you've had this experience before. You've been open-hearted, and you've had the experience that has led to a hard lesson. So there's a fear that you've got about opening up here. So I feel like you want to, that's where you're putting your hard work in here to try and open up. It's feeling better and better, but you're still taking it really slowly. You're guarded. You're afraid of opening up to this person. You're afraid that your intuition is getting it wrong again this time. You're afraid that it's going to be negative. So you've got fears, you've got baggage from the past that's making you wary. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I'm not getting a big sabotage energy from you guys at all. I'm not getting that. I am just getting it's fine-tuning. It's about you growing in yourself. It's about them growing in themselves. But still you're fearing, is this a narcissist? Maybe. But they're taking things slowly. Narcissists don't take things slowly. Narcissists run in. So do fools. Rush in. Fools rush in. Wise men say only fools rush in. And narcissists too. Now this is interesting. You're afraid of your wishes being fulfilled. Why would you be afraid of your wishes being fulfilled? I love it in Celtic cross readings when a positive card comes out in a negative position like that. Why would you be afraid of having your wishes fulfilled? Because you don't know what's beyond it. Then you're into the unknown. All you've known in your relationship journey is the troubles, the hard things, how to deal with those and then break up. You've never had something that's lasted, not in a good way. You don't know what that is. We don't know what that is. We haven't experienced that. And so here she is in her emotions, you see. She's there in the waters. And what then? What if I get it? What then? You know who was it that said that? What we fear the most is actually getting what we want, not getting what we want. It's that. It's because then we're into the unknown. Well, then what? It's like that belief, say if you're in business, I used to have this one. I recognized at some point in my business that I was sabotaging myself and keeping true success away from me and abundance away from me because I didn't know what was beyond that. Like, if I'm not striving for abundance, if I'm not struggling to pay the bills, one, how's the universe going to show me the magic? And two, that it loves me and supports me and show me the magic if I'm not really struggling. So it can be obvious when the magic comes in. Because if my bank account's full of money, how is the universe going to manifest things for me? Of course it does, but that was the worry I had at the time. And things like, I'm going to lose all motivation. Well, I want to get out of bed in the morning and do my work, or I'm going to get really lazy. That is this kind of a fear. What if I get what I want and it destroys me? What if I'm that's when I find out that I'm really lazy, right? Like I said, they're becoming the emperor, you're becoming the empress. There's still stuff to find out about yourself, which is why it's happening really slowly. You're afraid of having your wishes fulfilled because you don't know what's beyond that. You don't know, we haven't experienced it yet. What is a good relationship like? And wouldn't it be boring? I mean, what is beyond that? Well, there's plenty beyond that is what the guides are saying, but we don't know that yet, right? So it's into the unknown. How interesting. What are your hopes? What are your hopes, Charles? What are your hopes in this? Just one hope? Oh. Huh. Okay. You've got awakening. So you want this to be revealed. You want it to start. You want it to be awakened. You want to know, like you want the clarity in it. So you do have a drive. You do know. You are feeling this, that it's about you and it's about your development. It's about them and it's about their development too. It's about two spirits here to awaken something in themselves and in each other and to build something new and something really good. You're hoping for that. So you're hoping that it's going to be this incredible relationship where a lot more is born from it. Three of inspiration and taking this new path together. Of choosing this new path together, both choosing it and both actioning it at the same time. So you're hoping that you both choose this at the same time. You both choose to do it. But you're also hoping for this. 9 of Voices. Now you might not realize that you're hoping for this. The 9 of Voices is anxiety, it's sleepless nights and stuff like that. Why would you be hoping for that? Again, I love it when a negative card comes out in the positive part of the reading. Why would you be hoping for that? Now, why do us human beings daydream about drama happening in our life? When we've got like something incredible in front of us, why do we then have a daydream or start imagining the worst happening? Why, if we've got a perfectly good relationship, will our minds then go to, what if it goes wrong? Why, when we're making a meal, will our minds go to, what if I burn this? Why do we go to that negative though? Well, it's a natural part of us. We tend toward drama. It's our ego minds that do that. It's pointing out the worst that can happen. It's a fear-based thing our ego does to try and protect us. It's a mechanism that we've got inside of our brains is our ego to protect us. And so it points out the worst that could happen, the worst that could possibly happen. And so you've got carried away with this. So you kind of, hoping might be a strong way of putting it, but it's certainly familiar. The drama is familiar. Like I said, what if you get your needs? What if you get your wishes fulfilled? Won't that relationship be boring? Doesn't it need to have some drama in there for it to be exciting, for it to be passionate? Doesn't it need some drama in there? So there's a part of you that is hoping for a bit of drama, a bit of sleepless nights. You want to have some angst about it. That's familiar to you, is having a bit of angst about relationships. That could be something that is holding you up here as well. You might need to, you know how I was saying that this is about deciphering what, like intuition from feelings, from ego, from all of that stuff. This is part of it. These two are part of it, the 9 of emotions and the 9 of voices, because it should be the other way around, shouldn't it? You want your wishes fulfilled and you're fearing the drama, but it's not. There's some of you that isn't aligned with this yet, because this is coming across as a really good relationship. Like I said, when these cards came out, hang on a minute, that's a bit deep. Why would the Hermit and the Tower come out in these positions when that's on the surface of it? Because they're deep cards. It's because this is deep. It's because it is deep. So there's a pulling away, there's a fear of this breaking down here. Let's get the outcome cards out. I'm going to reveal the outcome cards in the deeper dive, don't forget, but I'm going to get them out now. And then I'm going to get you some of these cards out as bonus cards too, so stick around for that. So yeah, these outcome cards, what is the outcome for Charles? And I'll reveal what these cards are in the... That makes me very happy what just fell out then. Oh, brilliant. I'm going to reveal these cards in the deeper dive, of course, for you. Whoa, these are incredible. It's incredible. Okay, that makes me very happy for you, Charles. Yeah, so in that deeper dive, I'm going to get into guidance for you. Reveal those cards, yes, and get into guidance for you. Because I feel you're very close to this union. It could be something that's already started. It's obviously started very slowly here, but it's making me feel good. There are a couple of sabotages still there. Internal things. I don't think the deal breakers to this relationship, but let's get into that in the deeper dive. And I'll go into guidance for you in this relationship as well. What you need to know about them, what you need to know about you. Possible dynamics. Let's get another one out for you. There we go. Oh. Okay. Freedom is your first bonus card here. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So both of you here, you're holding yourself back. You're letting fears and hopes alike hold yourselves back. Both of you are still attached to the past in a way, still thinking, is this a repeat of the past? Is this going to be another one like I've had before? Both of you are a little bit worried, and I think that's a good thing. It is a good thing to take it slowly, but you need to free yourself at some point. You both need to do that because there's nothing stopping you. It's just in your minds what is stopping both of you right now. The path is clear if you want it to be. You want it to be, don't you? I think so. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So just keep going with this. You're on the right path. I do feel like a lot of you have met your person here, the mirror to you. And let that closeness, like you've got this slow progression here, let it continue being slow here. You're going to get there. You are. So there you go. If that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story. You might want to get that deeper dive for that guidance. It makes me very happy, this one. And yeah, so if you want that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. Just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of thing. You do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. And that email might end up in your inbox, but it might also end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. So once you find that email, then there'll be a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. You click on the shell on a device where you can look at PDFs. Open that PDF after you've downloaded it, and there'll be some information about the reading. There'll be a free gift in there for you, and then there'll be a picture of a video. You click on that picture of a video and you can watch it right away. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment, let me know what's going on. Is this your story? I'd love to hear. And thank you to all my subscribers. Your support of my channel is very much appreciated. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell. I make 3 of these pick a card reads a week. I go live 3 times a week as well in my Psychic Cafe show, and I do a daily energy update as well for the collective. And so thanks again for watching. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. Bye.